can change everything. The word yes. Our next guest, Kwame Alexander, didn't just face rejection, he lived inside of it for decades. He self-published his books. He sold them out of his car. He kept writing while raising a family and wondering if the yes would ever come. And then at 44 years old, it did. One yes changed everything when his book, The Crossover, was finally published and went on to win the Newbery Medal and became an Emmy-winning series on Disney+. Today, he is the author of dozens of books, and his latest, Say Yes, is being shared everywhere because it doesn't celebrate overnight success. It speaks to the long middle years when nothing is working and you still have to believe in the yes. Kwame shared his motivational message at American University's commencement last year. It went viral. Take a look.
I want to share a story about being bold and chasing possibility, and that story begins with one word. Researchers have confirmed that language has the power to make the invisible real. Scientists believe that a single word can alter perception, and that word is yes. This is what I know. When you say yes to yourself, you are allowing your own words to shape your perception. You are saying, I allow me to shape my reality instead of having others shape it for me.
Please welcome New York Times best-selling author, Kwame Alexander! I cannot tell you how many times I've watched that speech. In the moment, did you know that that was a transformational commencement remark?
I didn't.
Really?
I was sort of caught up in the moment and just trying to be as authentic. My father was sitting in the front row. My daughter, who's really critical, was sitting in the front row. And so I just really wanted to be in that moment and deliver something that hopefully the students would be able to enjoy.
When I watch it, it's almost as if something had overcome you. I mean, in the church, some people would say the Holy Spirit or something. I don't know, but you could see the temperature. It literally was like, I saw you rise, and those words just rise out of you.
Yeah, you know, I believe the word yes is actually a prayer.
Oh.
It's being able to offer some sort of meditation to yourself, and you're saying, yes, I can do this. And I think that's important. And I think that's where I was. I was saying yes to myself. Kwame, you got this.
Amanda was saying a similar thing. She called it fake it till you make it.
Right.
Whatever it is, though, that yes has to start in you, and that gives you the confidence to verbally say it, and then even more so, act on the yes.
Yeah, because I think so often we don't necessarily think the yes is there for us. Or we've heard no so many times that we're not expecting a yes. But I think I think the ancient Egyptians, they had this saying, so it is written, so it shall be. And I think that's the same thing with saying yes and sort of saying, if you say it enough, eventually you will believe it.
Wow. It's remarkable to me that you call yourself a 26-year overnight success story.
Right.
26-year overnight success story.
Yeah.
The no's were plentiful. Some might say in a different space, the no's could have been the fertilizer to you staying in the same spot.
Absolutely, Tamron. I think, you know, I self-published about 13 books. I wasn't really making any money. I really wanted to be able to create a life where I made a living from my art, and I hadn't been able to do that. And then a publisher asked me to write a book about two boys who play basketball.
Yeah.
And I wrote it, and it got rejected. And then it got rejected again, and probably over the course of about 3 years, it got rejected about 23 times. Wow. And so I began to think, you know, like any normal person, conventional wisdom says, it's probably not a good book, Kwame, if all these people are rejecting it. But I kept rewriting it. I hired a writing coach. I kept trying to make it better. And eventually, a friend of mine helped me find a really amazing power agent here in New York City, and who was going to help me sell this book. And over the course of a year and a half, he told me that it was more rejections, but he didn't tell me why it was being rejected. And so finally I went to meet with him, And I remember sitting across from him at his desk, and I said, why, are they rejecting it? What's the issue? And he said, Kwame, in all honesty, I never sent the book out. Now, Tamron, this is at a point where my house is near foreclosure. I've got to pay for my kids a Montessori. I've got to figure out how to make a living. I've been laid off from my job. And now I've got to go home and tell my family that not only do I not have a book deal, but my agent never sent the book out. And so in that moment, I sort of realized this other part of yes. Sometimes in order to say yes to yourself, you got to say no to other people. And I fired him.
You fired him?
Yeah, I had to. And I fired him, and I found a new agent. Her name was Deborah Warren. And 6 months later, she had sold the book. And that was a 5.5-year journey of being told no over and over, and realizing that I believed in it. I put the work into it, that ultimately, Kwame, the universe is conspiring to give you what you want, but you've got to remain persistent and consistent.
Yes. Kwame is staying with us. We're going to meet other people who found their yes, and your yes may be in their story. We'll be right back.
This show makes me feel like the luckiest kid in the world. Join the fun and be part of our Tam Fam audience. Go to TamronHallShow.com. See you there.